Yo, what's up everyone? So we've had a bit of a break. We did the sort of POV slash vlog thing from Uplands Vesby, and I've kind of been off social media for a couple of weeks and just not really done anything on the YouTube channel, and I just wanted to give everyone an update on sort of what's gone on and what's going on, and what the plan is, or what the hope is for me at least for the rest of the season. Yeah, so just a rundown from the top. Oh, we'll also speak a little bit about Fallon at the end. So yeah, after the Flotsborough race, obviously coming into the race, I put myself under immense pressure and everything, of course, you know, home race, and I'm nothing if not competitive. Just checking that the dog's not choking. You right, Pigs? She's okay. And anyone who raced there knows it was a super hot day, massive amount of effort going down on the bike, and yeah, and after a couple of weeks, I was like, you know what, I still haven't really recovered from this. Like, what, the body doesn't feel right. So around 3 weeks after, I ended up getting some tests done and stuff, and they found some issues with different areas, but I've always had issue around the stomach for quite a long time. It kind of runs in the family, and under high exertion it can have these flare-ups where you just don't take the nutrition that you need from your food, and it leaves you feeling really exhausted basically, and that's what happened, and yeah, and I was super exhausted, and then still went to race, I think, Ep07, which was a silly idea, but the competitiveness overtakes, and went there, and I feel like I got the job done. I got a result that I was really happy with, even if I wasn't so stoked on my riding. And then the same thing with Arvika, and by the point Arvika came around, I really knew I wasn't in a good way. I was really struggling then, and yeah, and then so it's really relying on the brain to kind of pull me through, and up to a point it was okay, and I felt all right, and I felt like I could ride consistently. And then the mechanicals come in, and it really starts to get in your head, and just having been so tired for so long, mentally you're just not as strong as you or I don't feel as strong as I usually am. And so these things can get into your psyche and fuck you up a bit basically. So then went back to the UK, and on the way back from there, something I ate something that the stomach didn't agree with, and was a bit ill before the Uplands Vesby race. But I knew that was a small race, a small hill, and I felt like I could get round it regardless. So I went there, and if you've seen the last video, you know what happened, and I just tanked. I mean, I shouldn't have gone really, and you know, it's easy to look back afterwards and go, that was a silly idea, you should have sort of sat that one out. But I guess most of you that are watching this also race, and you know what it's like when you're racing, right? And that's the mindset. But it's the first time I've ever pulled out of a race that hasn't been directly linked to a crash where bones have broken, or a mechanical that means it's impossible to finish. So that was from then it's just been a week of 0 Instagram, 0 YouTube, nothing, just off. But here we are, a week later. It's been a bunch more tests. Still not 100% sure exactly what's going on, but been really trying to eat right, sleep well, which is super important, and feel like the body's starting to come back round. It's tough because now all I've done in the last 6 weeks was race, or I've done these 2.5 races, let's say. So there's been very little time on the bike, and I felt that in Uplands Vesby, the sharpness wasn't there. but the body is starting to feel better. And what I don't want, like, it's a really fine balance now. Like, I want to go and ride because I want to get the mind tuned in, ready to go again, but also I know that I just have to really give the body as much time as possible just to be fresh, because I think we're going to come back for Fallon. I really didn't think I was going to come to this race, but a lot of conversations with the ever supportive Alice, just, yeah, put a lot in, and she's convinced me just to go there and have some fun. Like, it is my last year of racing for an overall in elites. Might come back next year for like national champs or something if there's someone cool on the map, like for Lawson, fingers crossed, or Order, let's see. Might come back for something like that, but other than that, it won't be much like going on in Sweden, at least. Don't want to give away too much just yet, but yeah, so like, not really going there to worry about the overall or anything like that, but just gonna go and like hang out with everyone and just make videos and enjoy the riding. It looks like they're gonna mix it back up and we might be going back to Lugnet again, but yeah, let's just jump into the Fallon thing. So because that's where I'm at, and I want to say just thank you for all the support in this. Like, a lot of people have reached out and just seen, like, asked like how's it going and everything, and really appreciate that. We're trying, not giving up just yet, and certainly not as fired up as I once was. Been a tough 6 weeks, but we're still trying, I think. Yeah, Fallon. So it looks like there's gonna be some tracks on Skälviksbacken and some tracks in Lugnet. I've reached out to a couple of people but not heard anything back, so don't really know all the ins and outs. So let's look forward to this. I mean, Skälviksbacken is awesome. Like, it is a great place to ride, and I really do love it. I love the tracks there. It's just one of them, when it's been the same tracks there for 4 years or something, it's nice that they're going to switch it up. I think it could be a good race. We're going to be missing a lot of the top riders. It is an EWS weekend, so there's going to be a lot of top boys not there. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Second penultimate national race of the season before we go back to Iserberg as ever for the final round. So I look forward to seeing everyone there. Come and have a chat, tell me how you're doing, and I want to do some more interviews at the race, so yeah, come say hi, and we'll give it the beans, see what we can do, and hopefully this amazing September weather carries on. I don't know what they're going to use as like the pro stage and stuff there, but if they do use a sort of downhill track, that'd be a sick pro stage, unless it's in Lugnet. Yeah, I don't know, just kind of waffling now, so we're going to check out. But yeah, I'm Ollie Barton, you've been watching Two Wheel Stories, and if you're still here and you're following the journey and you watch all the videos but you don't subscribe, I've got to ask you why. Come on, man, join in. Myself, Pig and Alice will be there this weekend, hopefully, if the dog doesn't choke on whatever it is she's eating. But yeah, peace out.